Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob, and welcome back to Sunday Yap Session. It feels good saying welcome back. Every single time. I'm glad that I've kept up with this. This is Sunday Yap Session, where every Sunday I hop on here and yap at y'all about something with hopefully some sort of clear kind of through line. We do better than others sometimes. Today is an extra special episode because I'm not just going to be sitting here yapping at y'all. Today we are finally going to do my apartment tour. I say finally because I said that I was going to do this on TikTok like over a year ago when I moved into this place, and then the inner perfectionist in me got in the way, and I was like, well, I just need to get this thing and it'll be done, and then I just need to get this thing and then it'll be done, and then we've done that for like a year now. So it's finally time to do the apartment tour. And for y'all that are not here for the yapping and just want to see the apartment, go to this timestamp and I will make a little montage at the end of literally just the apartment. But if you're here to yap and you're here to hang out with me, I hope you enjoy this. If you do, feel free to give the video a like and feel free to subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. So yeah, let's get into the apartment. So I moved into the studio about a year and a half or so, and it has been like the time of my life so far. I have loved living here. I feel like the small studio space is perfect just for me because it's just me that's living here. And it's really been a super great and exciting way to just like explore my creativity and just like create a place where I really enjoy being a lot. Before I was here, I was at my parents' house and I love my parents, and like no disrespect to them, but especially as someone who really enjoys like making videos and doing all of these creative projects and stuff, trying to coordinate that and also like be respectful and courteous to my family was kind of becoming a hassle. I felt like I couldn't do projects when I wanted to. I definitely couldn't do a show like this when I had to like kind of work around my family schedule and stuff like that. So in a lot of ways, not only just seeking my independence, but also embracing my creativity, moving into this place has meant so much to me. So I've really put like a lot of effort into building this place, making this place a beautiful, warm, comfortable space that I want to be in. Heavy on just me pretty much because I'm really the only one that's ever here. My boyfriend comes over a couple times a week, of course, but that's pretty much it because of the pandemic and stuff. I have not been nearly as social as I used to be before. And so this is also kind of just my happy place where I can like kind of retreat to. And since I'm spending so much time here, I really wanted to put a lot of effort into like making this place beautiful and making this place like somewhere where I actually am happy and excited to be pretty much all the time because I don't be leaving the house so much. Also, before we get into the tour, this is an anti-gatekeeping zone. So if you see anything and you're like, where did you get that? Or I want that, I'll try to label as many things as I can. But if there's something you see that you like, put it in the comments and I will let you know. I am not a gatekeeper. I will warn you all in advance though that like the vast majority of things in my apartment are thrifted, especially the furniture, because I am like a very, very, very passionate like mid-century furniture person. I love mid-century furniture. I love like mid-century design, and you're gonna see that a lot in this space. So most of like the furniture and honestly a lot of everything else, either I made it or it's thrifted. So if I say like I don't know or like it's thrifted, like I'm not trying to gatekeep. That is literally just the tease. So without further ado, let's just start at the entryway, I guess, and we'll just work our way through my apartment in the way you would walk through it when you walk in here. So in the entryway, I have this nice like mid-century dresser that I got with my bed frame and another mid-century dresser from someone for like $100. And pro tip, if you're looking for mid-century furniture, and like this is morbid, but like look at estate sales, look on Facebook Marketplace, and look for people selling things from a house where someone has recently passed away. That's how I've got a lot of my mid-century furniture, is unfortunately people that are no longer with us leaving things behind and me swooping up to buy them at nice affordable prices. But that's honestly really cool too, because you kind of like get to carry on the legacy of these pieces, especially with mid-century furniture and stuff. So much of this is like so well made and so intricate and so well designed. So I really feel almost like a steward of these pieces in a lot of ways. But yeah, so in my entryway, I have this nice like mid-century dresser, and I have just like a couple bowls and like art and stuff on it. This framed print that's like above it, I just found that online. I think it was on like pixels.com. It's just like a little like paint swipe thing. I just wanted something kind of like abstract and just like nice to look at, but not something too distracting. But then on the other wall, these are some of my favorite art pieces that I have in my apartment. I really love Studio Ghibli movies. Ponyo is my absolute favorite. I love that movie. I've seen it like 10 times at least. And I really wanted to kind of incorporate my interest in like anime and like animation and stuff, but I didn't want like anime posters. I didn't want normal like anime type merch, and like no shade to the people that have like anime posters and like the wall scrolls and stuff, but like I'm going for like grown and sexy vibes in my apartment. So I wanted something to really incorporate that into my space, but also something that did kind of nod to these more anime type things that I'm interested in. These are the perfect in between honoring the original art style and the beauty that I like in these movies, but also looking more like artwork than like screen grabs from an anime, if that sort of makes sense. And then those frames that they're in are also thrifted as well. You're gonna see a couple more of those frames throughout my apartment. I got really, really lucky at my local Habitat for Humanity and found like a set of 6 of those that are all matching. So that was like the steal tale of the century. So that's kind of what you see when you go into my entryway. And then I have like all my shoes and stuff on the ground too, like 10,000 pairs of Nikes. And then you enter into my living room, which I would say is probably my favorite space in the apartment, just because I feel like it really just captures the vibes that I'm going for, and really just like, it's so nice. So kind of like the first thing you see is this big mid-century vintage record console that I have. I got this again from Facebook Marketplace from someone whose father had passed away. Rest in peace to her father. We actually had like a really cool connection though when I picked it up, because she was telling me about how he had that since she was a little girl, and she always remembered it like being in her family and listening to records with her dad and stuff. We even like hugged, and like she was kind of tearing up, I was tearing up, and she was like saying like she kind of considers me part of the family now because I'm kind of carrying this on into my space. And that's kind of what I was talking about before. Like, it's a little morbid having stuff from someone who died, but you kind of like have the essence and the spirit of the people who enjoyed these things. And I also really love this too, just from like a sustainability perspective. I love that I am able to take these furniture pieces that have been around for so long and are still in like amazing condition and able to like give them new life, keep them from being like thrown out of the landfill or painted green by furniture flippers. Because y'all love that green paint, and y'all need to calm down with that. That's a tangent for another day. But yeah, so I have my entire record collection in there. This thing is almost in perfect condition. There's some like water stains that I've covered up, but it sounds amazing. And then of course on top of it, I have like my TV. I have a couple like record things. That Now Playing record stand I got from a 3D print online. I can put that in the description. And then I just have some art books. You can see there that I have Ponyo again because I love that movie so much. Like some vintage cameras, a Childish Gambino album, and then also my Nintendo Switch that I need to play more, and it's been sitting in that exact spot for probably like 5 months. And then of course all my house plants, and I've got a Frank Ocean poster because I'm like a Frank Ocean super fan. And right across from Frank Ocean, we have Mr. Tyler, the Creator, and my Igor poster. Backing up a bit too, this coffee table, I have had my eye on this coffee table for months. This is like my most prized furniture piece of all time. I spent like, I think like $500 on this coffee table. This is like genuine antique mid-century coffee table. There is not a flaw on this thing. There is not a scratch. There is not a nick. There is not a ding. This thing came right out of the vault of someone's like mid-century home, and I'm so excited that I have it. It looks so beautiful and I love it. And then the couch I'm sitting on right now is like one of the things that's not mid-century. I just got this from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. It's honestly like really like not super comfortable. I think in this I kind of prioritize the aesthetics over the actual comfort, which was a mistake. It's nice, it's all right, it's fine to sit on for a while, but like it's not a couch that you can get cozy and snuggle up on. It's not nearly deep enough, but you know, it looks cute, so oh well, I guess. And then to the right of my living room, I have like my little like, I don't know what you want to call this thing, like a little shelf cabinet thing with all my stuffed animals and kind of like my more sentimental items. I've always had something like this in my apartment, just kind of like an amalgamation of things that are meaningful to me or things that I like. This is kind of just that space. I have a lot of plushies that I've gotten, either like I bought them or I've been gifted, or just like little figures. I've got my little like Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho that one of my good friends gave me. I got like some letters from my friends online, my Willem Belly prayer candle that one of my friends gave me in high school, Gay Mario from the Pride episode if you watched that, and just like some other little mementos and things. And then below that I have like some books and like cards and stuff like that. One thing about me, I am very, very, very sentimental. If you gift me something, if you give me something, meaningful or not, I probably still have it. I probably will keep it because I love like tangible objects as like memories. I have like almost every single card I've received. Pretty much anything I've ever been gifted, I still have it. I love gifts. I love things. I love objects. And this is kind of where I can kind of place them all in a way that's kind of cluttered, but kind of not. And like it looks sort of intentional. Oh, I forgot to point out too, but the Ecosphere is over here too. If any of y'all watch the Ecosphere series, that's right there as well. And then also as well, my little like sewing station, which hasn't been used in a minute. I bought that sewing machine because back in the day I was doing a lot of sewing and I got out of practice of doing that. And so I thought if I bought a sewing machine, like it would make me more motivated to do so. I unfortunately just like haven't gotten around to it yet, but I'm really excited to get back into sewing soon. So that's kind of like my little sewing station. And then I have like some books that I like. Got my copy of Freedom House by KB Brookins. Shout out to them if you're into Black, queer, trans authorship. Such an incredible book of poetry, and y'all should really check them out. And then I just have like a shadow box of some awards that I won when I was in marching band, because that was a really big part of my high school experience. And as you can see, yeah, they was yeah, they Yeah, they was racking up awards. I got 10. I was good at that. I'm not even gonna front. Then we get over to my kitchen. Now my kitchen, I'm not in love with it. It's all right. It's a kitchen. Unfortunately, like since I'm a renter, there's only so much I can do. I love like the contact paper and like the peel off vinyl tiles that people do and like swapping out the handles and stuff. And I would love to do that. I just like can't bring myself to do it. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be living in this apartment either. So like I don't want to do all of that work and then have to take it out a year from now. So the kitchen is very like builder grade vibes. I did add this shelf that's above the stove that wasn't there when I got there, and I put some nice art on top of that. So that's kind of cute, and I've customized it in that way. And then of course I have like my dishes on this shelf and stuff like that. But like the kitchen is not really super exciting. It's kind of just like whatever. But I've made it cute as I can. I've also got my They Clone Tyrone poster in there, which that is like one of my favorite movies of all time. That might honestly be my new favorite movie. If you haven't seen that movie, I would highly encourage you to go watch it. That movie is so incredible. The entire cast, starstruck, stunning, incredible, talented, amazing, wonderful. That Lady Gaga meme or whatever. I love that movie so much. And of course I have a couple other posters in there. I've got my Kill a Kill poster. I've got my diploma and my high school diploma above my stove, not on display, not framed. People are always like a little weirded out by that I don't have my college degree framed. Going to college was like the goal for me. I don't really care about the paper that much. So it's just sitting there closed above my stove. Honestly, it would probably still be in a box if I didn't feel the public shame from my friends and family that I didn't even have it up at all. As well, I have a poster from a local artist from the Grand Budapest Hotel, the little lobby boy character. Another one of my favorite movies. Just like everybody else, I'm a Wes Anderson fan. Grand Budapest Hotel is probably my favorite one though, so I really love that as well. And I'm in my kitchen a lot because I cook 95% of the meals I eat. I maybe eat out once a week at most, and I love cooking, so I spend a lot of time in there. So hopefully in the next place I'm in, whenever that is, I have a kitchen that I can kind of like customize a little bit more, because I really would love to make that space a little bit more exciting, but unfortunately I don't have time in the world for that. I also have this giant plant sitting on top of my refrigerator that I made a TikTok about. I'll link that below, that I was gifted from work, and I didn't really have like anywhere else to put it, so that's just living on top of my refrigerator. And you'll see that in all of these shots. I've got plants pretty much everywhere. I've been into plants for like a really long time, and a lot of these I've had for like years and years and years. I feel like it just brings so much life to a space. I'm not really in the position to have a pet right now. Plants are about as close as I can get, and it's nice to have something else alive other than me in here and taking care of those, crispening my air, I don't know. Just being nice. And then we get to my computer setup, and this is where I spend like, unfortunately, pretty much all my time. Because I'm a hybrid worker, so I work part-time and I'm working at that desk, or when I'm not working, I'm probably at that computer playing games or talking with my friends. I am like a little gamer as well, so I've been playing a lot of games, playing a lot of Fortnite with my friends and stuff. So that computer is pretty much where I spend all of my time for the most part. And editing these videos, that's where I'll be, right over there. And so with this space, obviously, like there wasn't really a ton I could do other than put my desk. So I wanted to do a really nice gallery wall above it, and I have just some of my favorite pieces. Some of my favorites in particular are my toilet rat art by Margaret Price. That was a gift from this artist, and I was really grateful for that. Her art is so cool, and like she has this series about like rats just doing kind of like everyday tasks, and I really think it's so kind of fun and whimsical and cool. I'll link her below. Y'all should definitely check her out. This poster in the very middle is like a Pokemon botanical poster that my friend Josh got me. I love that. I think they got me that for Christmas one year, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. Because I'm like not the biggest Pokemon fan. I love Pokemon, but I'm not like a super fan. But I think like that is the perfect intersection of my interest in Pokemon and my interest in plants. So I like put that right in the middle on display because I love that poster so much. Below that, I have 4 beautiful illustrations by my friend Vincent Battengold. Cool that I can even call him a friend because I've been following his art online for a hot minute, and then we became like mutuals online and we kind of chat here and there. He's been working on this Laura art tarot card series, and I like really love the art. I've been seeing him like make the sketches for a while, and one day I just hit him up and I was like, hey, do you have any prints I can buy? Because I really would like to have some prints. And he hooked me up immediately, let me have like pretty much whatever I wanted. So that was really cool, and I'm really happy to display those. I also have this cool kind of like monochrome piece by Bill Frenick, who's another really talented gay artist down in Texas. And then I've got like some botanical prints and then some just cool like archival images. A lot of like the more archival ones, and I'll point them out in the video, I just get those from like online public domain archives. And if you're trying to find cool art for your apartment, I would highly recommend doing that. I'll link a couple resources below, but there are a lot of really cool public domain resources. They just have like cool art and cool imagery, or art pieces that you probably know that are just have entered the public domain, or just like cool things. One of those up there I found in like a book of Chinese firework illustrations. There was some cool like physics book illustrations that I found. And then I get most of my art printed at like CVS. And this is not an ad for CVS, but they always have coupons for their photo prints and stuff. And they go up to like 24 by 36. So I have never paid full price for any of the prints in my apartment, and they're super, super affordable. And a lot of them are like same day pickup too. So I can like find something cool online, order it, and then just like put it up. So nice little life hack for anyone who's trying to put some art up in your apartment. Hit up your local CVS, because it's very, very affordable to do. And then we get to my bedroom. You can see in here, this is the other dresser that I got with that set from the one in the entryway. And then I also got the headboard that's on my bed too with that. Again, I just have kind of like some books and stuff that I like. You'll see throughout my apartment, I have quite a bit of Gengoro Tagame books. I'm a big fan of his work, and just like some awards I've won, and just like my little jewelry tin and stuff like that. Got the little candies from Grave of the Fireflies, and that movie will tear your heart apart. If you have not seen that Ghibli movie, get ready to cry. That movie will make you tear up, will make you sob. Then I've got my bed and my little nightstand next to it. I actually built that nightstand out of like a wooden box that someone was selling on Facebook Marketplace. I just like stained it and bought some legs online and attached them. So we love a little like DIY here too. I love renovating things and like building things when I have the time to. So some of the stuff in here like I built, kind of like I was saying in the beginning. And my nice yellow weighted blanket that like crushes me when I sleep, and I'm like locked into the bed. And then next to that, I have my closet system. I didn't actually build this. The person who lived in the apartment before me built this, and I am so grateful for her for making that, because there was no closet system in this apartment at all, which is wild. I'm surprised that they didn't set something else like that up for like all of the apartments. So I saw that and immediately contacted her and was like, hey, like I will pay you if you leave that there, because I really need some storage. And she was fortunate enough to let me do that. So shout out to the girl who lived here before me for this incredible storage system. You also see I have like some records framed, and I have like some tapestries I've made and stuff like that. I also love doing kind of like fiber arts and little DIY practices and stuff. Art in here, or things in here that like I didn't point out specifically. I probably just made it. Like that giant yellow poster that's above my living room. I didn't talk about that. I made that as well. And then we're into the bathroom. I unfortunately haven't really done a ton in the bathroom. I do not like my bathroom. I feel like the shape of it is very weird. And also the walls, shade to my people that own my apartment, I feel like they did not do a good job painting in there, but I haven't been able to do a ton in there. I got this nice like mid-century star pattern shower curtain in there, and then like some yellow shower mats and stuff like that. Because if you can't tell by now, my favorite color is yellow. It's throughout my entire apartment, and that's why. There's a story behind that. Let me know if y'all want to hear that sometime. But yeah, nothing too exciting in here. The bathroom's just like weird too. Like the shower is like, you would think it'd just be like a flat white plasticky whatever built-in shower. It's actually like the lightest shade of green for whatever reason, because the walls are white, and if you look at the shower, it's actually like this tinge of green. I don't know like who decided that that was a good idea. I don't know. And then it's like this flat gray boring vanity. Like the bathroom is not cute. I've done what I could in there. I thought about adding like some peel and stick wallpaper, but it's too much. That's too much work. I don't feel like doing all that. And yeah, that's pretty much my apartment in a nutshell. So whenever you see me filming these videos and you see into the background, now you have a little bit of context for where I am. Or if you watch my TikToks and stuff, you can kind of see the angles of which I've shot stuff and things like that. I mean, I'm really, really grateful for this space. If you have the means and to move out and you're kind of waiting for your motivation to do so, I would highly encourage you to do it. Especially for me, like I'm someone who is perfectly fine living by myself. I have thoroughly loved being in this space. Being able to craft something that is my own has been super nice. Every single detail in this apartment really represents a part of myself, and I feel like when you step into this place, it's almost like you're stepping into my mind. It's been so fun just like curating every little last detail and making sure that what interests me and kind of how I want to represent myself is represented in my space. And I think that's like a really special thing. And also, if you're living in a place too and you haven't really done anything to it, I would highly encourage you to do it. I know that like some people kind of view their living space as more of like a utilitarian space. It's incredible what like putting up a couple posters and like just hanging up some things that you like, buying a cute chair or whatever, really make a place go from just I live here to this is my home and I love it. And it's been really, at least for me, really fun and a really positive experience. So yeah, that's my living space, and that's where I be. Hopefully this was interesting, kind of getting a peek into the space that I'm at, and hopefully this was maybe a little bit of inspiration for ways you can manage your space as well. It's so much fun treating my apartment like it's Animal Crossing and just like decorating it the way I like. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in today. I know this was like like a little bit more of a brief one. Well, we'll see if it's brief. I'll watch the footage back because I always think that I'm like, I'm gonna do a brief one. It's gonna be fast, it'll be quick. And then I look at the footage and I've been recording for like 45 minutes. If you enjoyed today's video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a like. And if you really want to stay here and yap with me again next week, feel free to give me a subscribe. I'm here every single week on Sunday, yapping at y'all about something. So hopefully you'll be here next Sunday as well. Thank you so much for watching.